What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. And guys, I want to talk about something to do with sports. A lot of brothers have been asking me to make more content on that. And I believe that I will talk about this today in terms of discrimination of the sexes in basketball. Now, for those of you who have just watched the NBA bubble season that was in Orlando, we do understand that LeBron James won his 4th NBA title. And you know, it's amazing as someone at his age is able to still, play at the level that he has played. But there is somebody that we can contrast that is a female, and that is Sue Bird. She's also been in the NBA or WNBA for 17 seasons. She has 4 WNBA championships. And, LeBron is obviously more of a scorer than she is. If you want to compare those statistics, rebounds, assists, he beats her in almost every category as a player. But if you want to look at their accomplishments, he makes $37.44 million a year, and she makes $215,000 a year. And people are upset, most notably some feminists, that Sue Bird is not paid as much as LeBron James. All right? And that's the argument here. Why does she not get paid that much? Okay. And, Erica Wheeler, she says, I'm going to sit this right here. Yep, look. And that's the argument. And this is another way I believe that, feminists are saying that, this is more proof that when we accomplish the same things that men do, we're not getting the support. But again, a lot of times I believe when we talk about touchy subjects like, women's rights or men's rights, we're also failing to look at that money is dictated, or business is dictated as to your own market. All right. For example, if you are a barber, if you live in Little Rock, Arkansas, you could not be expected to make the same amount of money if you are a barber in Brooklyn, New York. All right. Atlanta. I mean, obviously those markets, you'll make more money because it's comparative to how much people make in that area. Right. Same thing with real estate. And the thing about it is that the WNBA just doesn't have the fan base. People don't watch it as much. People don't invest in those teams as much as they do men's leagues. That's not LeBron James's problem, right? LeBron James plays in the NBA, which people pay to go see the games, and the WNBA, where less people go see the games. If the people that visited WNBA games as much as NBA players, then they would get the same money. Because listen, if you're a WNBA franchise owner and you're making as much money as the Lakers, then yeah, you can pay a Sue Bird $37 million a year. But here's the problem. People don't. Why? Because the game is more exciting for many people, for men. Some people may feel different, but that's the case. But to all women who think there's discrimination against this, then my question is this. Why are women not flocking to WNBA All-Star games like they flock to the ones for the men? Right? And what I want to talk about is that what's really happening here is that we are seeing women support men's sports, and they themselves will pay for tickets to go to see the Lakers. They will pay for tickets to go see the Celtics. But they don't have to do that. Women actually, just like if you think about it, women's blogs are much more better than men's blogs. There's a better market there, right? If you're a woman and you're shopping, there's much more opportunities for women shopping than there is for men shopping because the market is different. Makeup is a huge money maker. For men, it's not existent. But see, the market dictates that. But the question is, for all women who feel discriminated against, why don't you buy tickets to WNBA games? You see, it's time that for those people who are upset that men make more money in NBA basketball than WNBA, then here's the opportunity for feminists or for women to say, you know what, we're not gonna go support the NBA basketball anymore. We're only gonna support WNBA. And that can happen, like, you know, your female blogs, for example, Boss Up, Madame Noir. You don't even have to cover men's sports anymore. You can say, all we're going to do is cover women's sports. Instead of trying to get on to the men's networks or networks aimed at men like ESPN or Fox. What's wrong with you starting an all women's league? You can start a women's TV show about women's sports. Here's the problem. I think we know why they don't want to do that. Because they feel that nobody will watch it. Okay? Again, this is why you see on every major sports network now, there's a requirement for any female host. Like back when like ESPN, you know, with Chris Berman and, you know, Stuart A. Scott, when ESPN was really, really good, in my opinion, it was in the times where there were no women on the show. All right? Fox Sports, you know, this is at the height. It was less, you know, you can see the guys are a little bit uptight. They're not so used to that. But that's because that women commentators don't want to cover women's sports because women don't support women's sports. And women's sports are catered to women. But what's wrong with women catering to women's sports? So as a female community, athletic community, you would have the money that LeBron James and your athletes will do that. The thing about it is they don't do that. All right? That's the thing, that women are so attracted to what men are doing. And Sue Bird, even if you looked at her statistics, if you want to take sex out of it, she's not even the player LeBron James is. She doesn't even have the same impact on the game. Like at best, the best season Sue Bird has had as a scorer, 14.7 points a game, right? She may get 3 rebounds a game, 5 assists, 6 assists a game. Now that could be based on her position. She's a point guard, obviously. But I mean, if you compare it to a Chris Paul or somebody like that, like, you know, if you want to compare them, she doesn't even impact the game in the same way that a Chris Paul would do. She doesn't impact the game as LeBron James does. You know, if with those numbers in the NBA, if you were to translate it and let's say, you know, scale it up to what a male player would be, she's above average. You know, LeBron James also, as a leader and as a player, makes other people better. All right? LeBron James gets paid because he's like that. He's a generational talent. He's a super freak athletic guy. He's huge. Some people say that he is 6'8". He might be 6'9". He's an incredible playmaker. That's the thing. But people want to get upset. 6'8". This guy's huge. All right. And he has amassed a fan base of people that want to follow him. So that will be, you know, the thing is, if you want these things for yourself, and it's the same thing that I would say with black people. All right. Black people have to do the same thing. You know, well, we don't get paid as much as movies. Start your own movie, support your own stuff. You know, and that's the problem. Some people don't like it, but that's just the truth. Well, guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Liberty Junk. Subscribe, hit the bell. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Come out to the first comment and check out the first comment at the top. Check us out there. Check us out also on the NegroManosphere.com blog. Check out the awards show, Negro Manosphere Awards, and then check out the rest of the things that we have here going on, guys. I really appreciate you. Check out the Black Men Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.